It's a crying shame we can't reverse what's gone from bad to worse. I never thought I'd hurt this way again. There's no telling how we went wrong, but it's sadder than a country song. I believed our love was stronger than this. I suppose it only goes to show what the future holds in store. 'Cause I'll be missing you soon. Once you walk out that screen door, when your things are all moved, I won't be seeing you no more. And I'll be missing you soon. After we say our last goodbyes, there's a sad bit of truth that's been weighing on my mind, that I'll be missing you soon. I was hoping that we would never end, remain as happy as the day we met. I guess with time we all forget that newfound feeling. Whatever it was we felt that day, both of us slowly let it slip away. Now my heart is broken, there's not much hope of it healing. And it's kinda hard now looking back, remembering all that we had. 'Cause I'll be missing you soon. Once you walk out that screen door, when your things are all moved, I won't be seeing you no more. And I'll be missing you soon. After we say our last goodbyes, there's a sad bit of truth that's been weighing on my mind, that I'll be missing you soon. Disagree comes down to you and me. I always felt that we did right by one another, but if we're moving on and what we had is sadly gone, I think it'll be a while before my heart recovers. 'Cause I'll be missing you soon. Once you walk out that screen door, when your things are all moved, I won't be seeing you no more. And I'll be missing you soon. After we say our last goodbyes, there's a sad bit of truth that's been weighing on my mind, that I'll be missing you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
First day in school for the new kid in town. He's off by himself on the playground, all alone. The boys are playing ball. He tries to good shortstop, but they just laugh at him, so he goes home. He says, Mama, I hate it here. Then he runs to his room, then cries a million tears. Little hearts break too. They feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too. Then there's little Lisa from the wrong side of the tracks. The girls make fun of her clothes when they talk behind her back. They don't see her cry. In a ragged old coat and holes in her shoes, she tries to blend in with the crowd. That's impossible to do. There's nowhere to hide. She's too young to understand, and it hurts her mom and dad, who do the best that they can. Little hearts break too. They feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too. There's a little boy who sees his mama cry as his daddy says goodbye. Little hearts break too. Wow, they feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Yeah, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too.
Her name is Jaden Riley. That is her single called Little Hearts. You can check out a great video to that at ICTV, Indie Country Television. That is on the homepage at the top of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Jaden Riley works with Clarksville Creative Sound, and they are sponsors of The Tim Kelly Show. Before that, Jeff Orson from Canada and his brand new single Getting Us Started called Missing You Soon. I've been missing you too. I've been off the radio for a few days. Welcome to an Indie Wednesday edition of The Tim Kelly Show, live on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and live from Springfield, Missouri, the birthplace of Route 66. And we hope you enjoy a 3-hour show today. I'm going to be playing the best in new country music and a couple of great radio interviews in the program today. Kirsten McCade will be first up at the bottom half of this first hour. And then in hour number 2, Garrett and Patsy Walker are going to join me on the program from the great state of Texas. You're going to get to hear the stories behind their songs and lots of great music on the radio today. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio out of Canada, Radio 90 94.3 out of Sweden, Hot and Funky Radio, KDubRadio.com, and we are also on all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, wherever you stream music. Just search The Tim Kelly Show, and you'll be going deep into Google about 15 pages like I did recently, and find us on lots of formats. If you love new country music, this is the show to tune into. Wynn Williams is up next. It is W-Y-N-N on his first name. Wynn Williams, his latest single is called Denver to Dallas on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
She said, is this seat taken? I said no. She settled in next to that window. We broke the ice, watching it snow. Agreed we'd be glad to get out of this cold. And I don't know why she warmed up to me. $3 wine or a chance meant to be. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there in my seat. Laughing and talking as time flew by. We made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, got to know each other. Denver to Dallas. Somewhere above Oklahoma, said, is there someone who will be waiting for you when this flight is through? And I got my answer. She took my phone, typed in her number, said call if you want. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there in my seat. Laughing and talking as time flew by. We made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, got better and better. Denver to Dallas. I was still flying, we touched the ground. What she did to me then, she still does to me now. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there in my seat. We're still laughing and talking as time flies by. Since we made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, started forever. Denver to Dallas. She said, is this seat taken? I said no. She settled in next to that window.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
She was barely 18, she barely had a dream, with a pocket full of change and a rundown beater, going nowhere fast. Feeling like a black sheep trapped with the herd, a finger in the air trying to get the last word. Demons in her path. She's like a freight train running in the dark with a burned out spark and no end in sight, trying to stay on track. Full steam ahead with so much inside, a load of damage Visions of a life with a happy ending, money in her pocket and a loving family dancing in her mind. Two tracks to choose from, you win some, you lose some. Which one will she take? And one she breaks, and one she learns to fly. She's like a freight train, running in the dark with a burnt out spark and no end in sight, trying to stay on track. Full steam ahead with so much inside, a load of damaged goods and a destination, a little smoke in a stack. She's like a freight train, just like a freight train. She's like a freight train, running in the dark with a burnt out spark and no end in sight, trying to stay on track. Full steam ahead with so much inside, a load of damaged goods and a destination, a little smoke in a stack. She's like a freight train. She's like a freight train.
That is the debut single from Kay Harper. It is called Freight Train, and I was just looking at how many times I have played that on this program. That is the 13th time for that song on this program. She's got a couple of great songs out to radio, and I love playing her music. I can't wait till she gives me one more so we can get her on tomorrow night's show, Triple Play Thursday. That means I play 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long, and I'll be doing that show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. You can tune into it right there live on my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see a radio player that says Radio Boss. Push play on that. That will be the live show. We are live on that right now, too, as a matter of fact. And there's a QR code underneath that radio player to download the Tim Kelly Show app, and you can get that live audio wherever you go on your mobile device when we are live on the air. That is Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central. This next gentleman also works with Clarksville Creative Sound. His dad kind of runs that thing. His name is Braden Ryle. This is a song that was co-written with Mel Tillis Jr. It is called Master of Illusion from Braden Ryle on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on Indie Wednesday.
I'm the life of the party everywhere I go, and you can always find me putting on a show. It seems I always have to prove the hand is quicker than the eye, and wipe away my tears before they see me cry. I'm a master of illusion. My magic looks so real, 'cause I can make a happy face when it's loneliness I feel. I'm a master of illusion. I've done these same old tricks for years, but I still can't make your memory disappear. I can tell everybody I I've forgotten you. And I can even walk on air with someone new. And I can make a heartache look like it's not even there, concealing all my feelings with this mask I wear. I'm a master of illusion. My magic looks so real, 'cause I can make a happy face when it's loneliness I feel. I'm a master of illusion. I've done these same old tricks for years, but I still can't make your memory disappear. No, I still can't make your memory disappear.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Another mile, another road sign, another yellow line to stay between. I got no signal on my cell phone, so I can't call home to check in. I'm wondering how you're doing. I'm wondering how the kids are. Gotta miss you all. I miss our quiet nights together, even when we're not alone. It might take me about forever, but when I get there, I'm all yours. I don't wanna be anywhere but with you. It ain't nothing but lonely without you. So I'll do the job, and then I'll hit the road, and then I'll be back to you. Another stage, another small town, another big crowd waiting there to hear the songs that I have written, that I put all my heart into. They say I can't go home yet, not till the tour is finished, but I wanna go home now. I love this life, but I sure miss you. I sure miss us right now. It might take me about forever, but when I get home, I'm all yours. I don't wanna be anywhere but with you. It ain't nothing but lonely without you. So I'll do the job, and then I'll hit the road, and then I'll be back to you. I don't wanna be anywhere but with you. It ain't nothing but lonely without you. So I'll do the job, and then I'll hit the road, and then I'll be back to you, back to you.
He is also a great artist from north of the border in Canada, my good friend Chad Lodge. His latest single out to radio is called Back to You, and we love playing that one. I tell you what, I've played it twice, and I'm going to keep playing it too. If you like new country music, you got to tune in to Friday's show. I call that New Music Friday, and we hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time this Friday night, and I'll be debuting lots of new music for you on that program. I recently had a great radio interview with this next artist. His name is Wesley Spangler, and he's got a great wedding song here called You and I Can Be Us. I'm going to play that, and then we're going to have our first radio interview with young Miss Kirsta McCade on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday. Here's Wesley Spangler right now.
Small town days and big city nights, we've come so far through dark and light. Now we're standing here hand in hand, so you and I can be us. Two hearts beating as one, our journey's only just begun. With each step, each promise, each day that passes, you and I can be us. Long talks in the evening, walk side by side, sharing our stories as the days go by. Chasing our dreams till our dreams come true, and believe you and I can be us. Two hearts beating as one, our journey's only just begun. With each step, each promise, each day that passes, you and I can be us. Coffee in the morning, talks late at night, supporting each other through the wrong and right, building a home with this love so true that will see you and I become us, come true. It's not always easy, but we'll find our way. Living and learning so much each day. Our love is a compass that guides us through to a future that's waiting for me and for you. Two hearts beating as one, our journey's only just begun. Each step, each promise, each day that passes, you and I can be us. So you and I can be us. Yes, you and I can be us.
You're listening to The Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music as usual, and I have a couple of great radio interviews today. Kirsta McCade is with me first. How are you today?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
You are great, and yeah, I love your music and your debut single. I'm doing fantastic, and thanks for doing the program. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for the support on the music. It really means a lot.
You are welcome. Actually, your song came over as a video to my TV channel, and it landed in that email, and I liked it so well, I asked Craig Band from Arista Media if he would help us set up an interview with you, and here we are.
Awesome. It was meant to be, I guess.
I guess so. You are a talented young lady from the state of Texas originally.
Yes, I am.
That country music scene is pretty hot, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sunnyvale, Texas. Where's that?
Texas, yes. I'm from a small little town about 30 minutes east of Dallas called Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale, okay.
Yeah, it's right there near like Mesquite, Rockwall, Garland, that entire area.
Okay.
But yeah, I've always listened to country music growing up. It was kind of like a rite of passage, just living kind of a little out in the country, especially being from Texas.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're raised on cornbread and country.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. There's a song.
There you go. That's a good song title. I might use that.
Cornbread and country.
There you go.
We went to Texas. My wife is from that area, and we went to Cross Plains, Texas last September on vacation to visit some of her relatives, and Forney, Texas, just outside of Dallas-Fort Worth.
Oh my God, yeah, 40 is literally like right down the highway for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty cool. Now, you absolutely are country. Now you call Nashville your home, and you draw your inspiration from that city's vibrant energy, it says, and that fuels your creative passion for storytelling. So tell us about that. Isn't country music one of the best genres, probably the best genre for storytelling?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I like to think that every genre has some type of storytelling aspect to it, but when you get to the country, I mean, that is just true nitty-gritty storytelling, like textbook definition.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of insane. It's kind of insane to me that you have so many stories that can be made up of country. You can tell them different ways, sing them different ways. It's just awesome to me.
Yeah. And it says that you were raised in a close-knit community. That town of Sunnyvale is probably a small town. And, you know, those towns, everybody knows everybody. But it says that you've stayed true to your country roots. And you're one of the new rising artists in the world of country music. And I totally believe that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I don't know who's saying that, but shout out to them.
Yeah, it describes you as wholesome but yet edgy, and the video, To What Mama Don't Know, that is an edgy video. It's you're trying to escape for the night and go out and have some fun and sneak out the bedroom window. None of us did that as kids, did we?
Oh no, never.
So did you really do that? Is that story of this video and this song based on something that you did as a child?
You know, on the record, I gotta plead the fifth.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hey,
I
what mama don't know, right?
Right, won't kill her.
Your mama is in the video. She's dancing around in the kitchen there and having a good time to that song.
Oh, yeah, she loves the song. She loves being in the video. I mean, she just has so much fun with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so let me ask you this. Are you an only child? Do you have any siblings? Or if so, are they musically inclined like you?
So I have 3 siblings. I have a little sister who's in like 6th grade. I have a little brother who's 6. And then there's another little baby that's like a year old that my mom just had.
Uh-huh.
But I would say, like, other than me, my entire family is super athletic. I obviously did not get the athletic gene at all. It seems that my little brother and my little sister, they're kind of more into like basketball, baseball, football, things like that. And that was just not my cup of tea as a kid.
Okay. So do you play instruments? Did you pick up a guitar and the rest is history, as they say? Or how did that happen in the world of music for you?
I mean, I honestly just kind of always put on little shows for my parents and their friends when I was little. Like, I was always singing from Loretta Lynn to Bonnie Raitt to Leanne Womack, just in the living room, singing my little heart out to those songs. And the older I got, the more I kind of realized I wanted to go more into the songwriting music route. So that's kind of how that came about.
Nice. Okay. Well, your first single dropped last November, I guess November the 1st. I've played it several times. It's a great, great song. And the video, of course, is on my TV channel. That stands for ICTV, is Indie Country Television. And we got it in rotation around the clock, 24/7 playing over there. So tell us about What Mama Don't Know. How did this one come about for you?
Yeah, so I wrote this song when I first moved to Nashville.
Uh-huh.
And my mom was kind of terrified. She'll never admit it, but I know this to the truest, deepest, darkest parts of my heart, that I am her favorite child. And I kind of wanted to write like a going away song for her, a song in honor of her and about her. So I figured, what better way than to write a song about all the things that she didn't know that I've done.
Yeah. That is awesome. Now, is this going to be part of an EP, or are you going to do a full album, or just release singles for a while, or what?
Yeah, so we have another single coming out actually beginning of this year, either end of this month or beginning of February. And the plan is to release singles and kind of form them all into an EP with maybe a couple extra songs.
Uh-huh.
But we're still finalizing a few extra things.
Okay, awesome. And now, have you gone out and done some shows in Nashville since you've been there then and got to perform in front of a lot of folks?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's honestly my favorite part of music as well, is just performing. I mean, you run into different crowds, and my favorite part is honestly running into different artists and drawing inspiration from them as well.
Uh-huh. Okay. Is there a favorite venue that you've played so far in Nashville that says, hey, if I get a call from them, I'm there, no problem?
Favorite venue? What are you trying to do to me? That's such a hard question.
Yeah. That's a big town, isn't it?
It's such a big town. There's so many places.
Yeah, they're always coming up with more too, and it's a lot of it's based on these country music artists. I know Alan Jackson has a venue. There's Chiefs now that just opened up. Luke Combs has recently taken over the Wild Horse Saloon, whereas I used to hang out every couple of years, with the Nashville Universe Awards. He's taken over that one now, so it's pretty interesting, man. And there's some great music in that town, boy, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, there's a new building, like, every other day, I feel like. And just like you said, I know Jelly Roll's getting his new place. I think Post Malone's getting a place down here, too. So it's just a continuously growing city.
That's awesome. Now, how long have you been there?
I've been here 2 years.
2 years?
2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're well on your way in that 10-year town then.
I hope so.
Do you go back and visit Texas every now and then?
Oh, yeah, I go back to Texas all the time, just because my entire family's there, but also Texas is just a different vibe than Nashville. I mean, it's nostalgic for me. It's home. It's home.
Absolutely, and there's no place like home. Dorothy said that even in The Wizard of Oz years ago.
There you go.
I grew up in Kansas, actually, and went to school there in Kansas, but I'm from Missouri. I was born 9 miles from Joplin, Missouri, and ended up in Branson about 12 years ago, and now I base the radio show out of Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson.
Oh, awesome. I've actually been wanting to go to Branson. I've never been, but I've heard really, really good things about it.
There you go. I was just going to ask you that. So that one can be on your bucket list, along with getting into the Grand Ole Opry in that half circle or something like that, too.
Right, there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that was based on a barn dance. It has a barn backdrop years ago, and the crowds got so big at that barn dance, they started charging a quarter to try to calm those crowds down. Well, that didn't work, so they ended up building the 2,400-seat Ryman Auditorium, and as they say, the rest is history.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, and 90 years ago, WSM, a little over 90 years ago, started all of that with their radio show from the Grand Ole Opry, and they still continue to this day. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a pleasure to have you on the Tim Kelly Show, that's for sure.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. Y'all have been amazing.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we're going to put some other great talent in your set as well. I just interviewed a young lady by the name of Alicia Harvey and then Piper Paisley. We're going to play their songs in your set as well, since you just have a debut single to talk about. But the single's a hit, man. You're well on your way.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to check out all the other artists as well. They sound amazing.
Yeah, you're welcome. And wouldn't be too bad to get a call from CMT saying something like, we're going to put that video on our channel, huh?
Right. I don't want to be mad about that at all.
Well, I think that could possibly happen. It is fantastic. So good job on that. Now, let me ask you this too. Who kind of inspires you in the world of country music and made you want to do something in it, as far as male, female artists or whatever?
Wow, yeah, I would say it just goes back to that like true homegrown country. LeAnn Rimes, Trisha Yearwood, Shania Twain, Dolly Parton, Reba, different women like that in country, because they really did pave the way, not just for country, but women in country specifically.
Yep.
So I really look up to them, not just stylistically, but also just their confidence that they had with everything that they did.
Okay, awesome. And now, do you write music on your own? Do you collaborate with anybody? Is some of the stuff that we can maybe look forward in the future? Do you write your own stuff?
Yeah, I do write my own stuff. I also love to collab, but I honestly prefer to write on my own.
Okay, awesome. Now, so that brings up this next question. Let me ask Kirsta her dream gig. Is there an artist that you would just love to open for that you haven't yet, or maybe one you'd like to do a duet with live on stage? Who might be some names we might know?
Miranda Lambert for sure. I've been listening to her since I was in diapers. That would just be my dream.
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert. I'd probably do like a Reba collab. I think that would be super, super killer. I think a Lainey Wilson collab would be super fun as well.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Entertainer of the Year. Now, I didn't get to see this last year's, just what just happened in November with the CMA Awards, so I'm not sure if she repeated as Entertainer of the Year or not, but boy, she is just tearing it up in the world of country music, and a lot of females are. We got Ashley McBryde and just a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. Female country is doing amazing right now, and I'm so happy with just the way and the direction that country's going right now, because it is making a lot more opportunities for, I feel like, females in country.
Yep. Absolutely. I think there's room for a lot more than the labels. The big labels say they only have room for so many artists every year, maybe 60 or something like that. I can't remember what the number is, but I like to showcase that talent on every show. As soon as I get the song, I'm going to try to play it on my next show, because I love doing something that's only 4 or 5 days old and putting it out to radio first.
Right.
And I think your music is that good, and it needs to be heard. The world needs to hear it. You're getting on 11 radio stations by doing this program tonight.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
So, yeah. And wouldn't you agree that country music is universal? They love it in Ireland and Germany and all the other stations I'm on. Sweden just reached out to me not too long ago. We're on that station.
Oh, absolutely. Country music is universal. Country music is for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And, those artists that you're talking about, Miranda Lamberts and some of these others, they've played in some of these UK and all over the world. So that'd be fun to do a world tour too, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's one of my big, 5-year dreams. I eventually want to go on a world tour. One of my goals for this year is to maybe, hopefully, pick up an opening act on a tour. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll put that out there to the world today, and we'll see if we can help you with that.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thanks for doing the program. I sure do appreciate it. Where can folks reach out to Kirsta McCade if they want to check out more of your music?
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, all the socials at Kirsta McCade. That is Kyrsta. McCade is McKade. Thank you so much for having me on the show. You've been such a light, such a fun energy. It truly is an honor.
Thank you. You are very welcome. And let's do this again. When you get something new that you want to promote, you definitely can come back and we'll talk about that. And I do this show called Triple Play Thursday. I would love to have you on that one. I play 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. I don't care if it's male, female, group, band, whatever. I love to give you 3 plays and show the versatility in your music, and maybe a good 2-stepping song like Mama Don't Know that your mama even loved to dance to, or just a great storytelling song or a ballad or something like that. We'll play 3 in a row.
Awesome. awesome. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we'll love to do it. Well, we're going to play 3 for you today. We're going to do What Mama Don't Know. We're going to play Alicia Harvey, Stuck Between, and then Piper Paisley, Another Lonely Town. And you're going to get to experience these female artists, these talented artists in your set as well, and be able to research them and check them out. Give them some love.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much, Kirsta, for doing a great radio interview. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. You've been awesome. You have a good one and Happy New Year.
You too. Kirsta McKay. This is called What Mama Don't Know on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on an Indie Wednesday.
Ain't got no car, but boy, you got one. Ain't got no money, just time to have a little fun. Oh, my mama, she's always telling me about the things I'm too young to do. But tonight I'm gonna prove her wrong, so just between me and you. Well, mama don't know, ain't gonna kill her. Sneaking out the back door, I'll be back before the truth is even hit her. Mama's little girl, she's making up her own rules. Well, mama don't know, won't kill her, so boy, put on your dancing shoes. Let's go! There's a club downtown we ain't never been. With a little luck and a fake ID, we just might get in. Well, mama don't know, ain't gonna kill her. Sneaking out the back door, I'll be back before the truth has even hit her. Mama's little girl, she's making up her own rules. Well, mama don't know, won't kill her, so boy, put on your dancing shoes. Let's go! Do a little two-step, a little do-si-do, cheek to cheek down by the creek, and climb back in the window. Mama don't know, ain't gonna kill her. Sneaking out the back door, I'll be back before the truth has even hit her. Mama's little girl, she's making up her own rules. Well, mama don't know, won't kill her, so boy, put on your dancing shoes. Well, my mama don't know, won't kill her, so boy, put on your dancing shoes. Let's go! Come on, let's go! Come on, let's go! Burning up this highway, 200 miles today. Leaving Hertz and sodas, heading home. 'Cause pieces of my heart line both sides of the road. Whichever way I go. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I can still see her face in that rear view. That night in Tupelo, and punching the gas and never looking back, making dust trails to San Antonio. Now maybe my pride still has the best of me, or her spirit, and just wanted to be free. And just another lonely town, another place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, just another lonely town tonight. So I packed my bags and headed back to Tennessee. Oh, to Tennessee. Hope in my heart won't forget her, but I couldn't guarantee that it would. Mama told me, girl, you gotta be strong, you gotta move on, but a memory won't let go. And just another lonely town, just a place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, it's another lonely town tonight. Sometimes I dream about her, wake up in tears, and I'm reminded that she's gone and I'm living here. Just another lonely town, just a place to lay my head, not another soul around, just the voices in my head. When forever has an end, why is it hard to start again? In another lonely town, it's another lonely town tonight.
Her name is Piper Paisley. Piper Paisley Music. If you want to follow her on social media, you can check out the video to Lonely Town on my TV channel. That is ICTV, Indie Country Television. That is at the top of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Lots of great indie country music videos on there, and I'm adding more all the time. And before that, Alicia Harvey called Stuck Between, and then, of course, Kirsten McCade with What Mama Don't Know. And you can check out the video to that one also on ICTV. I want to thank Kirsten McCade for a great radio interview this morning, and she can come back anytime. She is a talented young lady, and like I told her, we're putting lots of female talent in her set as well. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Hit that Radio Boss player for the live audio. I am also on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. You can check out the live audio feed over there as well, and YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. We got it going on all social media, and I hope you like and follow what we're doing. And you can tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time when we play 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. We call it Triple Play Thursday. This next artist has recently been on the program, and you can check out all my recent interviews in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, also on my website. And I'm going to put 2 more in the archives this afternoon. And I'll tell you what, we got it going on. Garrett and Patsy Walker are going to join me at the bottom half of this next hour. But the artist that recently was on the program is this next one. His name is Christian Davis. This is called Ain't Bad for a Good Old Boy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I ain't the product of a trust fund. Far as money goes, I ain't got much. But I trade my time in the hot sun for love to get me by. My pickup's old and rusty. She rattles and stays dusty. But when that girl's there beside me, it shines, shines, shines. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. She's gracing holy blue jeans with a face made for the movies. Yeah, she beats all I ever dreamed every time she wakes me up. She got a way of making something out of a whole lot of nothing. The honey in her loving is like money in my cup. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. I ain't bad for a good old boy. We got a roof, keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. It ain't bad for a good old boy.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Oh, alligator, slipping through the water. Hungry and mean, and he's driven to kill again. That belly rumbling, that's his frustration. So he takes poor soul by the throat and he pulls him in, and he starts to roll. And the water fills their lungs, consciousness goes, and their time on earth is done. The only time you can rest your mind when the top predator is full is found where you rank on the food chain, when everything's edible. He was born with razor teeth to tear right through toughest meat. Everybody's got to eat, said old alligator. Mama's hide your babies. This monster's crazy, thirsty for blood, and he'll never stop wanting more. He's a stone cold killer. He's the real death dealer. When he locks his jaws and pulls you to the river's floor, and he starts to roll, water fills your lungs, consciousness goes, and your time on earth is done. Only time you can rest your minds when the top predator's full. It's about where you rank on the food chain, when everything's edible. He was born with razor teeth to tear right through the toughest meat. Everybody's got to eat, say oh alligator. Oh, alligator, slipping through the water towards the firelight on the river bank. Lunges at a swamp man who had a 45 in his hand. 3 shots later, it's the gator who's getting ate, and now he rolls, and fire fills his lungs, consciousness goes, and his time on earth is done. Only time you can rest your minds when the top predator is full. It's about where you rank on the food chain, when everything's edible. He was born with razor teeth that tear right through the toughest meat. Everybody's got to eat, sorry alligator.
We'll call that country music that rocks right there. He's my good friend Josh Rogers from the Josh Rogers Band. Now, Rogers has a D in it. It is Rodgers. Go check out Josh Rogers with the Josh Rogers Band from the great state of Georgia. That is a brand new song called Old Alligator. I love the story behind that and the rock and roll influences in that music as well that you can hear. How about another good friend from the state of Georgia? My good friend Adam Grant. One of his latest singles is called In America on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on an Indie Wednesday.
Old man Johnson still runs the feed store. It's gotta be tough with these prices anymore. But he hangs on and keeps his faith in America. She works late, seems like every night. A single mom and money's tight. It's a big old job, but she keeps faith in America. And I go home every chance I get to the place I love. I won't forget. It's where I was born. It's where I was raised in America. Just an older road near the county line. No farmhouse, yeah, that was mine. No red barn, front porch swing in America. Whoa, in America. It's got a homecoming game this Friday night. It's a big old dream, but it just might finally come true. 'Cause he keeps faith in America. And I go home every chance I get to the place I love. I won't forget. It's where I was born. It's where I was raised in America. Just an older road near the county line. No farmhouse, yeah, that was mine. Tractor and a barn, sitting in a swing in America. Just an older road near the county line. No farmhouse, yeah, that was mine. No red barn, front porch swing in America. Whoa, in America.
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Tonight I'm staring at the bottom of an empty glass. It ain't the first and it sure as hell won't be the last. Thinking about memories back in the day. I'm starting at 1. Tonight I'm staring at the pieces that are left of me. You couldn't break me down, but there's an old soft side I still can't see. Fast cars and freedom, drunk Friday nights. There's no look over your shoulder, no worries in sight. Here's to the new and the best I'll ever be. After 3 drinks, 2 hours climbing up the walls of this old locked tower. Right now, tonight I finally get the feeling it'll be alright. I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1. Starting at 1. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, climbing up the walls of this old locked tower. Right now, tonight, I finally get the feeling it'll be alright. I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. Oh, I carried you through hell, but now I'm done. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1. After 3 drinks, 2 hours, I'm starting at 1.
Her name is Ashley Ewing from the great state of Texas. That's a song that she wrote and held on to for a little while and finally got it recorded. And I have played it 21 times now on the Tim Kelly Show. And Ashley Ewing and I had a great radio interview last year in 2024 as well. You can check it out in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab is on my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Ashley Ewing is with me right now live on TikTok. I'm over here at Tim Kelly on Air. And we're hanging out and having a good time listening to some great country music. And I'm not done yet. We're just getting warmed up in hour number 2. And I've got another great radio interview coming up at the bottom half of this hour. Garrett Walker and his wife Patsy are going to join me on the program. They are also from the great state of Texas. You're going to enjoy that interview, and that is coming up shortly as well. This next artist is a great Canadian artist. His name is... hang on and I'll tell you. Nolan Compton. There you go. He's brand new. I've only played his song. This is getting ready to be the 3rd time, and he is from Canada. Nolan Compton Music is where you can find him on social media. His latest single is called Take Me Home on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
As time moves on, memories fade. But once in a while, they decide to stay. They latch on so long it tears you apart. Make you rewind just like you're back to the start. But I got some petty free falling on the radio. I got a little Merle to soothe my soul. I look through the rear view, see you smile, but you're gone. I asked Mr. Denver, take me home down a country road. Think back to all the times when you were my partner in crime. We would run this town. My only weakness was your burning frowns. So I got some petty free falling on the radio. I got a little Merle to soothe my soul. I look through the rear view, see you smile, but you're gone. I asked Mr. Denver, take me home down a country road. West Virginia, mountain mama, well, I Denver. Take me home down a country road. Down a country road. Lord, take me home.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
If you think I'm gonna be like all the others before you met me, those other clowns, I've gotta warn you now, I'm gonna let you down. If you're sure it's gonna fall apart and you're only waiting for me to break your heart, thinking that's what love's about, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. Suspecting that I'm only here to whisper sweet words in your ear just for tonight, I've gotta tell you now, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna change your expectations. I'm gonna make a smile out of that frown. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down. But if you're convinced I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna let you down.
Listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews today. Second up on my list is Garrett Walker. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Doing wonderful.
Man, better than you deserve?
Yes.
Me too. I'm doing a lot better. I missed a couple of shows because I lost my voice, but it's back now, and I'm glad to talk to you today and be able to do that.
Yeah, me too, man. This is wonderful.
You have been turned on to me by a good friend of mine, Lula Bradbury from Indianapolis, Indiana. I call her my station mom. I've known her since I started, pretty much about 11, 12 years ago. We met.
Yeah, she's the one who turned you on to me. Or turned me on to you, and yeah, she's been a friend of mine on social media. I mean, I have her number now, and so we talk sometimes. But she is the sweetest. But she's on social media. I think she has been a friend of mine for about 12, 15 years.
That is awesome. We love Lula, and we surprised her about a year and a half ago. We went to a venue that I did in St. Louis called Freedom Jam USA, and Indiana's only about another 3 hours. So my wife goes, why don't we just drive up there and surprise Lula? So we arranged it with her daughter, and we drove up in the driveway, and she's sitting at the kitchen table having coffee, and she just about freaked out. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you and your music on the program, and I'll tell you one thing about Lula. She's a lover of independent artists, and she still turns me on to a lot of music, and of course artists like you, and that's the reason we're doing the interview today. And you're all about original music too, so traditional country music is what you make, and you were based out of Nashville, but now you're in Texas, so that Texas country scene is really hot, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. It's mainly down in Fort Worth. The outlying areas, they do a lot of the tribute and that kind of thing. But, yeah, mainly Fort Worth and down in that area, you can get some real country music.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the first songs that we're going to play tonight called My Father's Gun. I have played this before on my show a couple of times, actually, I'm looking at. But I love the story behind this song, and that's what country music is all about, isn't it? And that's why I love doing these interviews, is to hear those stories.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. My father, my brother, and I used to go hunting out in western Kansas, and so I had my first gun. It was a 20 gauge. My dad had a 12 gauge. Brother had a 12 gauge.
Uh-huh.
We're going down this corn row, and there was a covey of quail jumped right and it came out right in front of me. My dad says, "Get it, Garrett, get it, Garrett." And as I can remember it, I was probably 8 years old, 7 years old, but I remember it like it was just 2 seconds ago. I remember about to raise my gun, and I thought, those quail didn't do nothing to me. I'm not going to kill. I'm not going to do it.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I never went hunting with them again. I'm just not into gun. I mean, they were made for one thing, and that's to kill, and I'm just not that guy.
Yeah. My grandfather and my uncle used to go pheasant hunting out there in western Kansas too when I was a kid. I never went with them, but that was something that they did. And I see that you grew up around Topeka, Kansas. Is that right?
That's where I was born, but I was raised in Kansas City, and then I moved to Nashville in 95.
Okay.
I was there 23 years.
Awesome. Well, I grew up in southeast Kansas, a little town called Fort Scott, Kansas. It was a military fort town back in the Civil War days.
I played Fort Scott.
You played Fort Scott. How about that? Small world, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And about 90 miles south of Kansas City, so that's where I became. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a big, huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, and we got a game this Saturday against the Houston Texans at Arrowhead Stadium, so it's going to be loud and proud this weekend.
Yeah. Wonderful.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of fun talking to you today as well. And we're going to play a few of your songs. But I was looking at some of the folks that you have actually opened for. Merle Haggard used to be in Branson, Missouri. And I've got a memoir my wife got me for Christmas a couple of years ago of the great Charlie Daniels. You performed on a TV show with him.
Yes, the Charlie Daniels Talent Roundup.
That's awesome. He was quite a guy, wasn't he?
The best. You can't get any better.
Yeah. You know, his memoir was Never Look at the Empty Seats. He believed that you put on the same quality show whether there's 20 people out there in front of you or 20,000.
Yeah, when I get on stage, I look up. I don't look right in front of me, just eye contact I do. But I like to look out where there's nobody there. And but it makes everyone else that's watching think that there is somebody there. And so, my mom my mama was a singer-songwriter, my father was, and as well. And my mama always told me, never turn around. Never put your back to the audience. Always be right there in their face.
Uh-huh.
I pretty much, that's how I was, I always say, Mama taught me 3 chords. It's been hell ever since.
Yeah. That's awesome.
In case of nightmare, my dream was a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was looking at that in your bio that your mom and dad were performers, and you used to hang out backstage, and it said you were soaking that up like it was breast milk. You were just taking all of that in, and that's what got you into music. But let me ask you this question. There's a lot of genres out there. Why country music for you? That's probably what you grew up on. But
that's what I was grown up on, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew nothing else. I like the Three Dog Night. I like Sills and Cross. David, Fred, David Gates.
Yeah.
I like Jim Croce. I love him. But
I see you do a little bit of Leonard Skinner in your shows too.
Yeah, I sure do. You just got to play the ones that everyone can sing along with. Wonderful Tonight, and then Call Me to Breathe. That was Eric. But who?
The Fireman.
Yeah, I do the Fireman.
The Fireman, oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone does it, but nobody in his right mind.
Yep.
And just Amarillo by morning and pay tribute. That's how I feel, If it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be us.
Exactly. And they were all independent artists like you at one point too, and that's how they started. But their songs have become classics. Just the titles that you're naming off, we can hear those songs in our head. We don't even have to hear them singing, it's literally 3 chords and the truth in country music. And that's the goal of you as an artist too, isn't it? Is for people to resonate with your music so much so that they're listening to it 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Yes. Yeah, every song is a story. It's a poem, and it starts out as a story. I like to, probably 99.99% of the songs that's ever been recorded, the first word is I.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, I kind of like to be observational, and then other people, the one that I did about George Jones and Tammy Wynette, all alone in the back of the barroom, he drinks one more last shot. It's called Out of His Mind.
Uh-huh.
And it's looking on, and so I try to get the listeners to be the ones that are looking on, being observational, instead of, talking all about me.
Yeah.
But I have a bunch of those me's.
That's right. We got George and Tammy Wynette, great married couple in the world of country music. Today we got artists like Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood. We got Garrett Walker and his wife Patsy with us today. How you doing, Patsy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I heard you in the background helping Garrett out a little bit. You guys are a happily married couple, and you guys do everything together, including going to shows and performing for the folks. That's awesome.
She believes in me more than I do.
Isn't that something? Boy, there's nothing better, is there, to have your better half, and if you have kids or any of that, your family support is the number one most important thing that keeps you going.
Absolutely.
She's one of God's angels right here on earth.
Yeah.
They get me talking about it, I'll start bawling like a little girl.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That is awesome. So how long you guys been together, and how'd you meet?
We've been together 7 years.
Going on 7 years, June 1st.
Congratulations.
July 1st. But we met and I was in Nashville.
Uh-huh.
And I always said they'll chisel my stone in Nashville, and we just got to where we was talking every night. And
Did you say you met online?
We were friends on Facebook, like probably about 5 years.
Okay.
Before. and I would ride motorcycles, and he always thought that the motorcycle was my boyfriend's or my husband's, and and I all the time told him I would book bands over here in Dallas, so I would tell him like, oh man, you need to do this, you need to do that, and go here, go there, and so I would just try to get him, gigs over in Nashville like I was over here. But, so, I used to tell him, hey, get rid of all those girls. You need to just keep on.
She's seeing a guy named Harley Davidson, it sounds like, though, Garrett.
Yeah. So I was all the time, and I just went through a divorce, and, I didn't want another man in my life, and
I didn't want no woman.
Yeah.
Chasing my dream was a nightmare, and I wasn't going to put the last thing I wanted was a woman.
Yeah.
Put her to, but we talked every night, and we just hit it off. And she says, "You want to come visit?" It says you'll chisel your stones in Nashville. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
And so she asked if I wanted to come visit. And I'm kind of like, well, at the time, I didn't have a car. And so she flew me down here, stayed for 4 days. I had a job. I'm a designer, illustrator, and do a lot of screen printing. Been doing it for years. And she flew me down here, and I stayed 4 days. And the morning that I was going back, I sat down and I wrote a song called "I Gotta Sing My Way Back to Texas." Yeah. I'm going where I don't want to be. It was just, we shot a video of it, and it hasn't been, I was a drinker, and I'm coming on 4 years sober and 7 years clean.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh boy, I tell you what, those days. But, she brought me down here, and it was just, it's been just my best friend. We don't really go out that much. If we do, we go together.
Yeah.
But we spend all of our time together, and we don't get sick and tired of each other.
That's awesome. That is true love right there. My wife and me are the same way, and we've been together for 12 years now, and we met online as well, and never in a million years would I have thought that would work. But and she is also from Texas. We just went to Texas in September on vacation to Forney, Texas, and then to Cross Plains, Texas, just outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. So.
Oh, well, Forney's not that far away from us.
No,
so.
Yeah.
So
that's a good place to be in the world of country music. I get most of my music from Texas and then the Canadian artists. Canada's really tearing it up right now too, but Texas is super hot. There's a lot of great venues down there and places to play, I'm sure, and I'm sure you figured that out. And I was looking at some of your places that you've already played. You've done a bunch of stuff. And speaking of being a graphic artist too, I love the profile picture that you took of me and you put that all together and stuck it on your website. Man, it's like I got top billing over there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I've got my website, and then I also have the Garrett Walker, but then I also have a Garrett and Patsy Walker, and then I got a Garrett Walker Country as my band page. Then I have Garrett Walker Graphics Illustrated. And so I put my stuff on there, and then I got one called Just in Time. It's entertainment and booking agents. It's my own.
Yeah.
So covering all that kind of stuff, it's time consuming, but if you want it, you got to go get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the way it is in music, man. There's so much talent out there, and it's a big world in the independent community, but everybody seems to know everybody. Once you get in it, and I've lived in that world now for almost 13 years, and there's a lot of collaborations that have come from people listening to this show and figuring out who these artists are. You're probably going to get that now, and people wanting to write songs with you and stuff like that. So it's a win-win, man. Some great music has come out of it.
Yeah, I get get quite a few that want me to write with them, want me to record their songs. Chris Gantry, I don't know if you know Chris.
No.
Oh my God! Well, he knows he was best of friends with Christofferson, Shel Silverstein, Johnny Cash, all those guys.
How about that?
Call him the great grandfather of country music. And still, he probably writes 20 songs a week, if not more.
Wow.
Probably more, yeah. Chris Gant, I'll have him get a hold of you. It'd be cool. He'd be a feather in your cap to put him on your show.
That'd be awesome. Isn't it amazing? And you probably have that too, you know, a profile of music that you can pull from, and, you know, a song that's been sitting in there maybe a year or two, maybe longer than that, you know, and it's finally, you say, time to record. And then when you get the warm reception of that song and see it blow up on social media, you're like, man, I should have done this a while back with that song.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I find them all the time. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a cowboy. Sometimes I'm a cowboy. I just found that thing, and I got quite a few tablets, and I probably close to 3,000 songs. But you know, I think it takes about 100 songs to get one that's good.
Yeah,
So,
and that can be, you know, that's true too. You know, I've got an artist that told me she has 2,000 songs in her library. She's trying to release one a month, and I'm like, man, she's going to live forever if she does that, releasing one a month for 2,000 songs. So yeah, but it makes it fun and gives something for the folks to listen to every couple of months. And that's how the big names, like we talked about, you know, stay on the radio, isn't it? When they keep something out there for the folks to listen to.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy, you remember Buddy Jewell?
I do. I've interviewed him last year.
Oh my God, he is great.
Yep.
You know, Leanne Womack and so many of them that are no longer on radio. They don't have deals.
Yep.
Because the you know, the young kids come in, and you know, it's a shame.
You know, I said that in an article that a gentleman wanted to do on me, because I do stuff that's different than Nashville. I play what Nashville knows nothing about yet. This song that I find, or it finds me, might be only 4 or 5 days old, and I'm like, wow, this needs to be on the radio. And, you know, I don't care who the artist is, how old they are, you know, male, female, whatever. I do Triple Play Thursday, and I play 3 females in a row. Radio just don't do that normally, but I do. And I'm just all about good music. You know, if that song is that good, it needs to be heard, and I get it on my very next show. And I will reach out to the artist and let them know who I am. And radio people don't reach out to artists normally. That don't happen either. And then I've interviewed many like that. But I've been turned on to Buddy Jewell through other folks, and I knew who he was when he won Nashville Star. I watched that. So, you know, I've known of him for 20-plus years. He's super good.
Yeah, I was on WSM, you know, the original Grand Ole with Devin O'Day, and I met all those, and I used to listen to, in fact, a song that I wrote now on 95.5, Jerry House and the House Foundation. Him and Mike Bohan was on there, and every day from 5 a.m. till 10 a.m., I never missed that. And they were talking, and something, you know, Jerry said something, and then Mike Bohan said, yeah, he gave him an idea, and Jerry said, oh, well, that's in the clouds. I shut off my phone right then. I never shut it. And by 8:16, I have a song called In the Clouds. I should have sent that to you. But nevertheless, in like 15 minutes, and I still, and that was all those years ago, and it's one of the favorites that I have.
That is amazing about songwriting. It's out there, and a friend told me, and I've heard this song, you know, The Answer, My Friend, is Blowing in the Wind. That's another popular song, and that's how the songs are, you know. God has them out there. You just got to grab them and put them all together.
And I want to tell you that song, In the Clouds, every time I listen to that, anyone can listen to it, and I still cry every time I listen to it.
That is awesome.
Well, you're not supposed to make a woman cry.
But the emotion that it evokes, that's what it's all about.
It relates to your mom, your dad, your children, everyone. It relates to everyone.
You know, and if you watch talent competitions, like especially one that I watch all the time, because I interview and play a lot of the artists that were on NBC's The Voice, they are watching for that or listening for that before they turn their chairs. You know, the emotion that they evoke in somebody else's song, because they all have to do covers. And if you can make Reba McEntire cry, I mean, she's gonna put you on her team. That's just how it is.
And that, I love The Voice because of that, because they don't see, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing. And sometimes they do let them play their originals.
Yep. And I'm the same way. When I get a song in my email, and it happens every day, you know, I don't get to see that person until I reach out to them maybe on social media. And a lot of times they don't even send me their social media. I have to go hunt them down to see what they look like or anything like that, you know. And then I'm blown away by it. I'm like, this artist is 15 years old and sounds like this. You know, you got to be kidding me, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. There was this girl, Sammy, I forgot her last name. But she was right before, she was right, because I played Legends Corner Bar at 5th and Broadway. I had from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and I got $15 and a hoagie sandwich. Mm-hmm. Well, she came on after me, and I mean, that bar would fill up, and she was like a little 9-year-old, and she was amazing.
Isn't that something?
And I'll tell you what, there's so many people, so many singers that we'll never hear of that are phenomenal, that are better than, as good as Kelly Clarkson and Reba. There's so many, and I'm not saying knocking anything. They're just phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal talent.
I totally agree with that. You're the same way, my friend. We're going to play a song called My Father's Gun. Tell me the story behind this real quick, and then we'll put it on the radio.
Yeah, we, like I was telling you before, my brother and my father, we went out hunting, and covey of quail come up, and my dad was, "Get him, Garrett," and I shot in the ground because I just thought, you know, I remember one time I killed I had a pellet gun, and I went to Lake Shawnee, Topeka, Kansas, and I was on the bridge looking down, and I saw this bullfrog down there, and I kicked, and he hopped one time and never hopped again, and I still remember. I'm like, that frog didn't do nothing to me.
Uh-huh.
You know, we have enough we don't need to kill stuff to,
yeah.
You know, you figure the potatoes, the pomme de terre, it has, you know, the apple of the earth, and, you know, and all the vegetables. But people, you know, that's just the way of the wind. Hey, it's deer season. You know, it's also human season. Leave those deer alone. They was here first.
Exactly.
You know, we got bobcats around here. We live right on a lake, and all the wildlife, and it's just, I love it.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, we're going to play My Father's Gun, and then we're going to come back and talk some more with Garrett and Patsy Walker on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, 'cause I'm too damn scared I'd hurt someone. A sitting duck could sit around with me. A 12-point buck, and that's an awesome sight to see. Well, my big bad brother bags a turkey most every year. And my father brags that my brother, he was born to kill. Well, hey, they sit around and pick on me for fun. 'Cause I don't want to shoot my father's gun. To hell with packing pistols, I'd rather pack my bags. Head up to the mountains with a guitar on my back. Sing a song about the good old days, watching cows run. I don't want to shoot my father's gun. Lee Harvey Oswald made his name. Sundance and Billy the Kid did just the same. Well, Johnny, he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Well, if you ask me, I don't think it's right. Just to take a gun out shooting, well, that's the law. Just to hang a bunch of deer heads on the wall. My papa's got a bear rug in his front room. Oh, he's bragging to my son. But we don't want to shoot my father's gun. To hell with packing pistols, I'd rather pack my bags. Head up to the mountains with a guitar on my back. Write a song about the good old days, sing it to the setting sun. I don't want to shoot my father's gun. They say my help is needed overseas, at a place where freedom just ain't free. Hell, they got suicide for homicide. That's the way it's done, you know. I'm gonna shoot my father's gun. You can go to hell with packing pistols. I'd rather pack my bag, head up to the mountain with a guitar on my back, and sing a song about the good old days and watch the cows run. I don't want to shoot my father's gun. No, I don't want to shoot my father's gun.
His name is Garrett Walker. That is called My Father's Gun, and you just heard the story behind it. He don't like to kill anything, but you're going to kill it in the world of country music, my friend, I think. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I look forward to playing these other two. I'm sure this next song is a story about your life called The Corner of Heaven and Hell.
I wrote that, yes. When I got to Nashville, I broke down. I was driving my brother's 1974 funky Catalina. And it broke down, and I had one number to call. It was a friend of Gary Beard, and he goes, call this guy, and I forgot his name. But nevertheless, I called him. He goes, where are you at? And I looked around, I've seen all these things, and I'm like, man, Trinity Lane and Dickerson Pike, and that's where people disappear, if you know what I mean.
Like the train station in Yellowstone.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, so he asked me where I was, and I that's when I started thinking, well, I'm looking at, they're selling ice cream and blue jeans, hot car stereos. And, you're just seeing all this stuff. But, that's where you find, when you hit rock bottom,
yep,
that's a perfect place to start.
Yep. Got to only go up from there, huh?
Yeah, just, everyone's standing in the corner of heaven and hell right now.
Yeah.
It's all those choices.
Absolutely. They're making a movie about the story of your life. It's called Hard Road to Hoe, and I saw one of the songs in the movie is sung by my good friend who I interviewed last year, Lacey J. Dalton. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. It pretty much goes on about my music, about, it's about all of us. It's like the whole movie. It's not just about me. And that song, 16th Avenue, it's not just about her.
Mm-hmm.
It's everyone that flocks to Nashville. And I'll tell you what, you better have get a job first and keep your eyes on the prize.
Yep.
When you get off stage, the best thing is to go home.
Uh-huh.
Network a little bit, but go home.
Yeah.
Stay alcohol, sit too much, and that kind of thing. So, because, there's a lot of people that drink that they're not alcoholics.
Yeah.
So
I just interviewed a gentleman who had that issue too, and you still have to play those honky tonks and bars, and he said the temptation's always there. So that's the best advice I've heard in a long time, talking to these artists. Just go home.
Absolutely. That's it. Just go. And there's a lot of them. Because after you get off stage, everyone's gathered around the door. But I'll tell you what, the guys that are really good, they would get right through us and get in their car and go home.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been fun having you guys on the program, and we're doing this radio show from Springfield, Missouri, the historic birthplace of Route 66. So if you ever come back to this area, man, I'd sure love to have you hook up with you, and maybe we can go out and have a meal together, me and my wife and you and Patsy, and that would be a fun time. We've got Lambert's Cafe here where they throw big rolls at you, so it'd be an awesome dinner we'd have.
Yeah, if you can set something up, it don't just visit, that kind of thing. We're always ready to travel.
Man, that sounds good, and we love coming to Texas too. She's from down there in that area, and we got relatives that we come down there and see from now and then. And her sister still lives down there and everything, so we might meet up in Texas one of these days as well.
Love to go out with you guys.
Absolutely. So where can folks find Garrett Walker on social media? Let's get that if they want to check out more of your great music.
You can go to GarrettWalkerOfficial.com. That's my website. And then, of course, got the SoundCloud and Reverb Nation, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. The music of Garrett Walker is the best because I have tons of videos out there. Some of them aren't that great, but you know what? You got to put the worm on the hook and wait for a bite.
That's right.
I've got a few people that really love. They're trying to get me gigs all the time. In fact, I had one today. Judy Gore. She told me to go to Chill. Well, I'm not a tribute band, but nevertheless, I've built up. I have a lady, her name is Jerry Ray, and I call her Momshine. She's my mother down here on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sandra Ryan, just a few of them.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, that are just, they're closer to me than my own family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we like to stay on the go, but right now it's just, where are we going to go? That really, I'm supposed to go to Kansas City, and we're always ready to go, but where? That's going to be fruitful, going to be worth the gas,
right?
Going to be worth the time. So I stay here and we write, and we're still newlyweds. It might be 7 years, but we're still newlyweds.
That is awesome.
Yeah, she's she's my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Well, you guys are fantastic, and it's been a pleasure to meet you through the radio airwaves. Hopefully one day we can do that in person, but we sure will keep playing your music. Garrett Walker, this is the next song we're going to play is called The Corner of Heaven and Hell, and then to kick off the next hour is All of the Above on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
They're selling ice cream and blue jeans and hardcore stereos. They're giving away free balloons to all the girls and boys. They're selling cold beer, crack cocaine. And Jesus says, a preacher yells, you can find anything you want on the corner of heaven. Take a left turn off that main road, you might find the devil there. Take a right turn off that wrong road, you'll find God, He's everywhere. The choice you make is a chance you take on the soul that's yours to sell. You can find anything you want on the corner of heaven and hell. They got fast cars, wild bars, cotton candy, lollipops. The ladies of the night, all day, they're swearing they're gonna stop. But the promise of everlasting life, that's the hottest thing they sell. You can find anything you want on the corner of heaven and hell. Take a left turn off that main road, you might find the devil there. You take a right turn off that wrong road, you'll find God, He's everywhere. The choice you make is a chance you take on the soul that's yours to sell. You can find anything you want on the corner of heaven and hell. Heaven only knows who's best, and the rest we've got free will. You can find anything you want on the corner of heaven and hell. Here to tell. You can find anything you want on the corner of heaven and hell.
Best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Do I love you? Do I hate you? Do I run for my life? Or do I ask you back tonight? Am I lonely? Am I happy? I still in love? Hey girl, it's all the above. Can I go on? Can I hold out? Will I miss you in the night? If I go crazy, if I get angry, will I win the fight? Should I get down on my knees and beg you to come back? Or should I find a brand new love? Hey girl, it's all the above. Is it over? Is it beginning to be out of control? Or is it just too good to let go? Will I forget you? Will I remember our never-ending love? Oh, baby, it's all the above. Can I go on? Can I hold out? Will I miss you in the night? If I go crazy, if I get angry, will I win the fight? Should I get down on my knees and beg you to come back? Or should I find a brand new love? Hey girl, it's all the above. Yeah, baby, it's all the above.
His name is Garrett Walker. Garrett Walker Music, if you want to check him out on social media. Live with us today from the great state of Texas, and his wife Patsy in the interview as well. They are fantastic folks, and I hope to meet them in person one day real soon. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show, broadcasting from Springfield, Missouri, and I am live on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Just scroll down a little bit, and you'll see a player that says Radio Boss. Push play on that. You'll be able to hear the live show, and you can also scan that QR code right there underneath that radio player and download the Tim Kelly Show app and take this great country music that I'm playing today with you wherever you go. I am getting ready to book an interview with this next artist. He wants to be on the program as well in 2025, and we're working out our schedules to make that happen. His name is Anthony Bonet, kicking off hour number 3 with a great tune called That's Just Me on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I ain't young and I ain't pretty. I wasn't all that pretty when I was young. I ain't never been no Einstein, but ain't nobody ever called me dumb. I ain't much of a scrapper. You punch first, I'll give you all I got. I ain't my mama's favorite. She'll lie right to your face, say I'm not. Well, I did some time in college, some time in jail, and it felt about the same. I learned a lot more laying brick with Daddy in the hot sun every day. Then I learned to play this guitar, and it took me all around the world. I learned all I know about loving from a little brown-eyed Upshur County girl. But that's just me, I'm a simple man. There's things I don't understand. I ain't no fan of high society. I like sitting on an old porch swing, the girl I love up close to me, wind chimes dancing on the breeze, just living right and being free. Maybe it's just me. I think boys are boys and girls are girls. It ain't hard to tell. And for them that tell them otherwise, I think there's a special place in hell. I think they ought to get the golden rule. Common sense back in our schools, make it common as it was back then. I think that'd go a long way to making this country great again. But that's just me, I'm a simple man. There's things I don't understand. I ain't no fan of high philosophy. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I wish we could get back to doing things a little more like they used to be. Just living right and being free. Maybe it's just me. I won't hate you if you disagree. Maybe it's just me.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Never thought I'd be in this moment I'm in, standing in front of you with all our friends. I know you're scared to death and I am too. When I look in your eyes, there's nothing we can't do. So baby, hold on, we got this girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the lead like our moms and daddies did. Living on love is all we need. You make me what I wanna be. Living our lives are gonna be a song. So baby, hold on. Life's never been a Mercedes-Benz, but with you in my arms, all that ends. I feel invincible when I'm with you. Take my hand, love, do you feel it too? So baby, hold on, we got this girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the lead like our moms and daddies did. Living on love is all we need. You make me what I want singing to. No time to panic. Love will see us through. So baby, hold on, we got this, girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the lead like our moms and dads did. Living on love is all we need. You make me wanna be. Living our lives are gonna be a song. So baby, hold on. Oh baby, hold on.
His name is Steve Smith with the Steve Smith Band, and that's where you can find him on social media. That is a great tune called Baby Hold On, and Baby Hold On, I got more great music coming up in hour number 3. This next artist will be my special guest a week from tomorrow night on the 23rd on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. He is my good friend Eli Mosley. Check out his latest single. It is called Bad Things, Good Trucks on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on an Indie Wednesday.
He's got an F-150 in the middle of the city, ain't never gonna taste the dirt. Got a brand new lift kit, mossy oak gear shift, grinding it out of first. Oh man, you should be against the law, man. Sad to sing every song, man. Please can't you tell me why? Happen to good trucks. How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? Scattered out without the mailbox up on center blocks, grass growing through the dash. My cousin Waylon didn't make the payment, so the bank came and took it back. Oh man, you should be against the law, man. Sad to sing every song, man. Please can't you tell me why? Do bad things happen to good trucks? How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? Oh yeah. To good trucks. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? Why do bad things happen to good trucks? How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good bad things? Happen to good bad things. Happen to good trucks.
What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming with the charge you set in place. So I've been hiding in a bunker to your latest fall from grace. figure dancing on is ready to explode. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. The first time you betrayed me, raging fireworks lit the sky like Roman candles set ablaze. You saw fire in my eyes, so you like to play with matches and watch the torch burning high. But this powder keg that you've unleashed is gonna rain down from the sky. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, will blow your cheating heart, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come.
She's one of those young artists that I talked about in the radio interview that I get music from, and they're 15 years young, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And so we put it on the radio. That is Mackenzie McKetty. That is the 11th time I've played Powder Keg on this program, and there's a great video to it you can check out on my TV channel. That is ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Let's play some more of that young talent on the radio. How about this next gentleman? He is 20 years old. His name is Caden Wilson. This is called Make Her Love Me on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on an Indie Wednesday.
Daddy knows the answer to everything. How to skin a buck and wet a line and fix that truck to make it mine. But Daddy, there's something I need to know. I love a girl that don't love me. I know that I'd treat her like a queen. To me, that's exactly what she is. I pray one day she'll come around. I'd steal her heart if I knew how. So Daddy, can you please tell me, how do I make her love me? Well, I've done all that I know to do. I've held the door, I heard her cry about all them other guys, but I can't seem to make her mine. I love a girl that don't love me. I know that I treat her like a queen. To me, that's exactly what she is. I pray one day she'll come around. I'd steal her heart if I knew how. So Daddy, can you please tell me, how do I make her love me? I took her hand, she took my name, and now that she feels the same, I get to love a girl that now loves me. I always treat her like a queen, and cause to me that's exactly what she is. And now I finally made her mine. I love her till the day we die. Daddy, thank you for all your advice. I finally made her mine. Yeah, she's all mine.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day?
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You tell me you were wrong to ever let me go. There was a time I would have died to hear you say that. I used to break down at the sight or sound of you across the room. The pain was so bad. Now you're standing here with both arms open wide, asking me for one more try. It almost makes me cry, almost but not quite. I'm over you just enough to find the strength to be tough. I've simply come too far to give you back my heart. And as I watch you fight the tears in your eyes, it almost makes me cry. Days without you went by like razors and knives that carved up my will for surviving. But time dulled the blades and healed the cuts they made. I can't forget the scars my heart is hiding. Now you ask me if I'm still in love with you, and my silence fills up the room. It almost makes me cry, almost but not quite.
There is some more of that young female talent on the radio, and I mean young. She is 13 years old from Arizona. My good friend Ariel Franz, It Almost Makes Me Cry, has a hit song on her hands right there, ladies and gentlemen. And she works with the sponsors of this program, Clarksville Creative Sound. You can check out their logo scrolling across the screen right now when I'm live on YouTube, like I am right now at KICR Indie Country Radio. And I've got a sponsors tab on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Click on that and then click on the sponsors logo to take you right to their website. And you can check out all of the artists that Clarksville Creative Sound works with. They work with some of the best, and that's what I call this station, New Country's Best, and I can definitely say that every time I play Ariel Franz, for sure. Well, you know, in the interviews, I love to hear the stories behind the songs. This one is called Tell Me Your Story from Stephen Champion on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on an Indie Wednesday.
Every story my grandpa told, I carry with me until I go see him again. And that was Grandma's best friend. From Sunday supper up on a hill to working out in that cornfield and learning how to behave. That's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fishing reel. Find an old back road no one knows. Tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I tell you mine. Every fall it's the county fair, seeing people you know standing everywhere, just catching up. It's a small town kind of love. A handshake on top of just hello. Talk about your plans for tomorrow. Some would be amazed at how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fishing reel. Find an old back road no one knows. Tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I tell you mine. Yeah, my mom and daddy taught me to be a man and lend a hand to those in need. Don't be afraid, just work hard and you'll succeed. It's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field. A couple buddies grab a drink and a fishing reel. Find an old back road no one knows. And tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church. Giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I tell you mine. I tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. Oh, I tell you mine.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
When you live in the country, everybody is your neighbor. On this one thing you can rely. They'll all come to see you and never, never leave out by the dozen, eating everything from soup to hay. And right after dinner, they ain't looking any thinner. Here's what you'll hear them say. Y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us when you can. Y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us now and then. They come out to the kitchen and help to do the dishes right away. But they all start leaving, although that she's grieving. You can still hear Grandma say, y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us when you can. Y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us now and then. Y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us when you can. Y'all come, y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us now and then. Oh, you all come to see us now and then.
That is one of the most catchy tunes in radio right now. His name is Jonathan Lynn, good friend of mine. He's been a special guest many times on the Tim Kelly Show, and one of his latest singles out to radio called Y'all Come. I played that for the seniors at Creekside at Elfindale the first Friday of this month. They were all singing along to that song right there in the facility, and they had never even heard it before. So, yeah, that tune is super catchy. Go check it out and go get it. Y'all Come, Jonathan Lynn. Thanks for y'all coming to the Tim Kelly Show today on this Indie Wednesday. I got more great music on the way. How about this next artist that works with my good friends at Brickshore Media in Nashville, Tennessee? She's my good friend Andy Vander. This is called The Daddy Tree on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I guess I never understood what my old man was saying when he was trying to raise me good. At that time I just couldn't see all those little things he did. He did them just for me, and time rolled on. And time rolled on. Yeah, I got spanked a time or two, but looking back on who I was, I deserve more than a few. I took things a little bit too far. Always seemed to get my hand caught up in that cookie jar, and time rolled on. And time rolled on. Sometimes I thought he was the meanest man in town, and it took so many painful years for this little girl to come around. I'm surprised I even learned from him when I knew everything, and I hope I have his patience when mine turned 17. Raising me must have been so hard, but please don't worry, Daddy, I've learned lessons from the heart. Way too protected when any boy would call. You'd grab a gun without a care. But did you have to chase him down the street in your underwear? And time rolled on. And time rolled on. I heard you pray and I just smiled. I was putting on that white dress before you walked me down the aisle. You tapped your glass and we all cheered, and I danced at the reception. It all became so clear the time rolls on. Yeah, time 17. Raising me must have been so hard. But please don't worry, Daddy. I've learned lessons from the heart. And I thank the dear Lord for giving you to me, 'cause I couldn't have picked a better man from the daddy tree.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Hello, whiskey. Man, it's been a long, long time. Guess you heard my baby left me for a so-called friend of mine. One thing's for certain, nothing's certain anymore. Everything that mattered just walked out my door. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. So how have you been? I never thought I'd see your face again. I'll spare the detail and cut to the chase. I've got a lot of memories to try to erase. Hello, whiskey. Hello. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. I'm glad you're here. I hope you don't mind my bending your ear. I can't believe I missed all the signs. How could she leave me after all of this time? Hello, whiskey. So I've got to make this hurt disappear, and that's the only reason I'm sitting here. Hey, bartender, don't pass me by. Just leave that bottle, son, here's mud in your eye. Hello, whiskey. Hello. Hello, whiskey. Hello.
His name is Ron Jenkins. Ron Jenkins Music, if you want to find him on social media. That is called Hello Whiskey. And you can hear Ron's voice on my classic country radio station. He volunteered to do some radio liners for me, and I appreciate that. If you like classic country, you need to push that tab when I'm not doing this live show, of course. But it is Classic Country Radio at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. And that's playing the best in classic country music 24 hours a day. 7 days a week. I got several stations on there. We got the Big 80s show as well, and the Christmas channel. KICR Indie Country Radio Christmas channel is playing Christmas music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the great Christmas greetings that the artist did for you in 2025. Wishing you a Happy New Year as well. I had a great interview with this next artist from Texas last year on my show in 2024. You can check it out in the Tim Kelly Show archives. She also is a radio host. She is on the Wolf 107.1 out of Colorado City, Texas. Her name is Terry Knight. This is called Mama, Take Me Back to Those Texas Pines on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I was a drummer in my first country band. Daddy was a cowboy and I used to lend a hand. He taught me how to gamble, how to ride and break a horse. He taught me patience through divorce. And I was only 12 years old when I taught myself guitar. I sat up every night till we played our first bar. Mama sang and played those drums, and that became our life. On stage we were hell on wheels all night. Mama, take me back to the times we had back then. Mama, take me back so I can live all that again. Oh, Mama, Mama, take me back to those hills I used to ride. Mama, take me back to the Texas pines. One day I looked up and she was 85, but she still loved the music. Hell, that's how we survived. And Daddy comes to visit. You know, he's a little slower than he used to be. And I'm still playing music, 'cause that's my mama's love. And Mama, take me back to the times we had back then. Mama, take me back so I can live all that again. Oh, Mama, Mama, take me back to those hills I used to ride. Mama, take me back to the Texas pines. Oh, Mama, you used to love those Texas pines. We talked about it all the time. I remember that cool spring night. I sat by Mama's side. She reached up and touched my face, her eyes bright with pride. Please sing that song, the one you wrote for me. Guitar in hand, I slid up close and sang so she could see. Mama, take me back. Mama, take me back to the times we had back then. Mama, take me back so I can live all that again. Oh, Mama, Mama, take me back to those hills I used to ride. Mama, take me back to the Texas pines. Mama, take me back to the Texas pines. I love you, Mama.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
you're anything like your mama, you'll sing a little out of tune. You'll be the life of the party from the corner of the room. If you're anything like your mama, you'll have a sweet tooth, run from drama, a thing for beagles, hate recliners, love the beach in Carolina. If you're anything like your mama, you'll have a bunch of boys' hearts breaking. If you're anything like your mama, you'll know Jesus on a first name basis. We're gonna fuss and fight every once in a while. You'll make me cry walking down the aisle, but you're gonna change the world with that smile. If you're anything like your mama, you'll put everybody else first. The only trouble with a heart of gold is you can't control the hurt. But if you're anything like your mama, you'll send that hard-earned across the ocean to feed a family you've never met. I swear you won't regret. If you're anything like your mama, you'll have a bunch of boys' hearts breaking. If you're anything like your mama, you'll know Jesus on a first name basis. We're gonna fuss and fight every once in a while. You'll make me cry walking down the aisle, but you're gonna change the world with that smile. If you're anything like your mama. If you're anything like your mama, you're gonna turn my hair gray. But as long as I got a breath to breathe, you'll be in every prayer I pray. If you're anything like your mama, you'll have a bunch of boys' hearts breaking. If you're anything like your mama, you'll know Jesus on a first name basis. We're gonna fuss and fight every once in a while. You'll make me cry walking down the aisle, but you're gonna change the world with that smile. Yeah, you're gonna change the world with that smile. If you're anything like your mama, anything like your mama.
Keeping that mama theme going for a couple of songs. That is the latest single from Cody Webb. It is called Anything Like Your Mama. This next young artist probably made his dad and his mama proud when he was a contestant on season number 20 of American Idol. Now he has a hit song on his hands. His name is Dan Marshall. This is called Heaven's Honky Tonk on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on an Indie Wednesday.
There's a place up above, past the big white clouds and the footprints on the moon. It's filled with the truth. It's got Gibson guitars and no broken hearts. I just wish it wasn't so far, 'cause right now George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Package playing Mama Tried on an old barn stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along in Heaven's Honky Tonk. Every time I hear thunder, it makes me wonder if the bass bass drum is kicking a working man's blues. While the sound of the hardwoods meeting granddaddy's boots. As he's spinning grandma around on the floor, that's a dance he's waited so long for. And right now, George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Haggart's playing Mama Tried on an old bar stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers are with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along in heaven's honky tonk. When our wells run dry and our hearts beat their final tune, best believe we'll be sitting next to George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux, sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Haggart's playing Mama Tried on an old bar stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers are with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along. Heaven's honky tonk. Heaven's honky tonk.
More of that great young talent on the radio, Dan Marshall with Heaven's Honky Tonk. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Indie Wednesday. I want to thank my special guests, Garrett and Patsy Walker and Kirsten McCade, for joining me on the program today. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'll be live again with a show I call Triple Play Thursday, and my special guests will be Tori Martin and Brittany Nicole. You don't want to miss that show. It's going to be a great one as well. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry. Turn back the pages of